Hi everyone, joining me now is Chris Barrett from the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau. Thanks for being on the show.
Connie, thanks for having me. Always appreciate it.
Well, June is the month of lots of fun. You know, we always meet in very interesting places.
Right, and you know, there's so much talk about trains in the Poconos right now. Two passenger lines here in the Pocono Mountains, one originating in Jim Thorpe, one in Honesdale, that's the Sturbridge line. So the Jim Thorpe line, folks board at the station in Jim Thorpe, and they can actually take a 24-mile journey through to Whitehaven along the river, along the Lehigh River. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous look at not only the river, but the wildlife that surrounds it. And you could do it through an open air experience or an enclosed car experience. And they also have a bike train as well. So you can load your bike onto that train and then ride back along a rail trail on the DNL, which is really neat. And it's a good experience. It's a really easy bike. So anybody could do it, you know, whether you have an older family member or younger.
What does Honesdale offer?
The Sturbridge line runs along a track area that's also very scenic. It runs past parts of the Lackawaxen River, and it has a really, really great view of wildlife and just the beauty of the Pocono Mountains. But they also have dinner trains and a lot of other special things.
Tell us about the bike train in Hawley.
Well, the cool thing about that is you can get four folks on, I always like to call it the old gang car kind of concept, but you're pedaling instead along rails. And the really nice thing about it is it's incredibly scenic. So if you like wildlife, if you like being in the woods, it's a little bit separated and elevated from it, but you can view that and just really have a great time going back and forth. So it's a totally different experience. You can get a little bit of exercise. It's just really, really cool.
Chris, June is a big month for being on the water. Let's start with Lake Wallenpaupack.
So the lake obviously now is really kind of getting into its season. So folks are boating, they're jet skiing, they're fishing, they're doing all those great things on the water. And of course it has 57 miles, the lake itself, of shoreline. The folks who walk along, it's just a really, really beautiful time of the year. So a lot of stuff going on and around Lake Wallenpaupack. Lake life is just really cool.
Chris, on the Lehigh River, they have dam releases.
Right, and the dam releases kind of regulate the level of the water on the river. So it's a really, really cool experience when they do it. They're scheduled very, very tightly for a number of different reasons. But it's just really, really cool to be on the river when that happens.
So Chris, I understand they have the moonlight rafting and bring your dog rafting.
Right, they're so creative, a lot of these rafters. I mean, they love the river, they know every inch of it. This month too, Connie, the Delaware River Sojourn, it's a 7-day trip that starts in Wayne County and goes all the way to Chester County. Really, really different experience because you're living pretty much on the river for 7 days. So really neat experience with the Sojourn.
I understand Peak in Pike County offers a lot of water activities.
They do. Peak is one of our premier partners here in the Pocono Mountains. They do a lot with environmental education. They do a lot of paddling on the rivers and lakes, free fishing, and they have a whole educational element as to what happens in a river environment. So if you have younger kids and you just want to educate them a little bit as to what they can find here in the Poconos environmentally, Peak is really the place that you want to go. The staff there is very friendly. They'll answer any questions. They're very engaging. I took my kids there when they were very small, so it's just a really, really nice experience.
Chris, at the end of June, we start our 4th of July celebrations here.
That's right. So we're in East Stroudsburg right now, and on June 29th, they have their great fireworks display, and there are many of them all throughout the Pocono Mountains throughout the summer. Of course, starting on July 4th, and then some of them go all the way through.
Okay, Chris, we always want to remind people, you know, enjoy the Poconos. What should we tell them so that they can get all the information?
What we always like to say is go to poconomountains.com/events for event type information. But if you see something that you like, chances are 9 times out of 10 you'll find it there on the website, or folks can watch us 365 24/7 at poconotelevision.com to find out more just about how they can get the maximum out of their vacation and events.